So dating in the modern day is kind of fucked. Maybe you're texting a girl and it's going so well, and then she just randomly stops replying, but you're thinking, wait, I didn't even say anything stupid. Like, why would she just randomly lose interest in me? A lot of guys feel like they just don't really have the time or the mental bandwidth for the bullshit, like the bakwas that occurs in this modern dating scene, where you've got to go and meet these girls, go on a date and realize that you're not even compatible, or realize that, she's kind of annoying. Maybe the problem you've experienced is that you don't want to be a total degenerate. You want to find a good girl, but they're just so hard to find in the modern day. And you probably relate to this. You text a girl or you go on a date with her and you don't escalate, or that she kind of rejects your physical escalation. And it hurts the most, not because she rejected you, but because you can kind of see that she probably hasn't rejected other guys before you, that, she's had hookups before. She's had sex on the first date with guys before you, and now she isn't like that for you. And then that obviously hurts your ego. So I'm going to walk you through step by step everything you need to attract a good girl in 2024. And I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I sell a program on this, which is called Adonis School, which is where you learn like the seduction tactics that really get girls, and also everything else to build up your life so that you're actually an attractive man. I think Adonis School is an amazing product, and so I'll literally try and sell it to you at the end. I'm just telling you that now so I can be transparent. And one of my students recently posted about his success in attracting a really good girl and making it official with her. His name's Jude. He went on a couple of dates and he ended up getting into a relationship. Another student of that Adonis School program I mentioned, his name's Matthew. He got a girlfriend in 2 days of following the advice in there. And finally, I just saw another post from Edward, who ended up taking a girl home by following the seduction protocol inside of Adonis School. So the advice that I'm going to give you to attract girls doesn't need all of the modern day bakwas, like bullshit that you often need. Like, for example, late nights where you're sacrificing your goals, alcohol, or spending time with degenerate people. Because having experienced that myself, it's a lot of fun, but I want you to try and find the kind of girl who actually fits in your life and actually makes your goals better. What's interesting with finding women who are compatible with your goals, your sex life with them is often better as well. So literally everything is just better when you find the right kind of woman for you. I didn't really expect that. I was 19 years old and still a virgin, and I just didn't really know like what to do next to girls, how to talk to them in a way that actually would turn them on. I had followed so much of like the bullshit advice that I would see online on YouTube videos and Reddit, and none of the advice ever worked. Like, it always made me come across as way more of this like goofy little cringe friend rather than the guy who would literally get her wet that, she would actually want to be with. And so I was following all this advice at the end of high school, at the start of college, and it just added more pain and more mistakes. It was only when I started to create like my own mindset to do with dating, when I stripped back all the bullshit and I asked myself, like, how would a primal, just natural man date and have sex? That's when I started to actually get success with girls. And so I remember being in university, 19 years old, I lost my virginity to my first ever girlfriend, and that relationship didn't work out. Like, she was a really sweet girl, it just didn't work out. And then after that, I went into way more of the degenerate, like, I just wanted to fuck as many women as possible. So I started to learn the skills of like pickup and seduction and how to get girls who actually want you and then keep coming back to see you. And whilst to a lot of guys that sounds awesome, the truth was it was quite a big distraction, because I started to slack in the gym. I really didn't perform well in university. I didn't have like the mental bandwidth to even consider something like entrepreneurship. And so my life suffered other than this one goal. Basically, in university, I didn't study. I just learned like seduction. I just learned how to attract girls. And now, years later of putting together the pieces of how to actually attract girls, I've got to the point now where I just feel like I have this constant abundance. Even I'll go through times where, for example, I'm not dating and I'm not sleeping around, and I still have like this subtle assurity and certainty and confidence that I'm okay. Like, I know how to speak to girls. I know how to be really good in bed. And so I don't have that insecurity that a lot of guys do when they don't have that experience. I still have a lot to improve on when it comes to long-term relationships, pushing into something like marriage and children, because I haven't been there just yet. But in terms of like actually attracting a girl and being confident with her and knowing like what to say to, make her into you, that's just like muscle memory now. And that's why I teach inside of these YouTube videos and inside of my program. Just a few days ago, there was so many posts of guys who had just had like their first date or first kiss. Elias just had his first ever date and also first kiss by following the advice that I put into this program. Mika just had a first date with a girl he met online following the protocol that I put for like the online dating apps. And Jaden just had his first ever date by following the tips that we gave inside of this seduction protocol. So here's exactly everything you need to attract a good girl in 2024. You need 4 things. You need to look good. You need some kind of money that you can spend on dates and not be stressed out. You need status, kind kind of like clout, and you need seduction. You need to know how to act in a way that actually turns her on, and that's probably the one that most guys miss out on. To improve your looks, the biggest thing you can do by far is build an aesthetic body. That's actually how I got like famous and viral in the first place, was I got known for like the guy who built an aesthetic body just to attract girls. It fucking worked. And so now so many guys follow me and they're like, yeah, fuck it, like let's be honest, like I'd happily go to the gym if it meant that more girls would be into me. So inside of Adonis School, there's an entire program that teaches you how to build the aesthetic body with 46 workout routines, all the workout routines, diet, meals, everything that you would literally need. I autistically made this over like 4 months of my life, putting together everything you would need. So you would never need to watch like another fitness YouTube video where the guy's just trying to like get views and he's making clickbait thumbnails and whatever. I put it all together in a program so you'd have no more confusion or overthinking. You build an aesthetic body and it's just primarily attractive to women because you have like this V-taper which symbols a lot of strength and masculinity and testosterone. And the truth is, when women masturbate, like when they touch themselves, they do not think about a fat man. They do not think about a skinny, weak man. They think about a muscular guy with an aesthetic body. It's that simple. When you build that aesthetic body, you look like the guy out of her like porn fantasies. When you're fucking a girl and you have an aesthetic body, you'll notice her eyes will break eye contact with you and kind of like admire the shape of your physique, and she'll touch it and she'll be like, wow. And you know, your trap, like if she's a gym girl, like they'll actually notice which muscles you've really developed. There's no better like just primal ego boost than that. And of course an aesthetic body is attractive because it's kind of like the male version of what women have. The most attractive women have an hourglass shape where they have wider hips and butt and wider chest, like boobs area. And so that makes them so attractive. When a man just visually looks at them for 1 second, we're primarily attracted to a woman who's shaped like that. When women look at a man who has an aesthetic body, there's a primal instant click of attraction. Even if you're short or even if your face isn't that attractive, it will still help you. You'll still be able to make progress in the attraction you get from girls when you build an aesthetic body. So that's looks checked off. Then we needed money and status, and we're going to mix them together because there's a business model that will literally get you money and status. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's exactly what I'm doing here. It's being a YouTuber, a content creator. When you make social media your business, you post content like I'm doing here, you get a following, which is basically just clout, and then you funnel those people to your Instagram, and your Instagram looks sexy as fuck. Like when you see my Instagram, like it blows my mind. I get girls who literally message me first, who want to date me. Some of the messages I've gotten from girls are like freaky as fuck. I've had girls like literally ask me out randomly on Instagram, which I know you're thinking right now, like, oh yeah, it's a scam. They're just gonna take your kidneys and stuff. Let's just say that they didn't. So I know for many guys, they wouldn't believe that. They'll be thinking, nope, you know, girls won't message you first. It's a guy pretending to be a girl or something. Having met these women in person, I'm telling you, it wasn't a scam. They didn't take my kidneys. I had an amazing experience, and I found it so interesting of how different this experience is to most guys. Most guys will like, you know, send so many messages to girls, get no replies. When you build up clout with the influencer business model, you'll literally start getting like such easy mode with girls to the point that they'll message you first. And obviously they don't often message you like that, this screenshot of the girl saying like, oh, let's meet, I've got a hotel booked and everything. But often they'll message you with this cute thing of like, hey, you know, I know your videos are supposed to be for guys, but I'm a girl and I really enjoy them too. And, you know, that gives you the opening to reply back and to flirt with them a little bit. So this is the most attractive business model that you could get into. Not only because it attracts girls who are like clout chasers who, you know, see that you've got an Instagram profile, but just think about the psychological impact of this. You make a bunch of videos, and if you have some female viewers, they might watch your videos for 5 or 10 hours. They might really get to know you. And it kind of like filters them out, because if they don't really like your personality or the things you talk about, they'll stop watching. But just with the size of an audience that you can build, you know, you can have 100,000 views on a video. You'd have some girls who like really watch like every video of yours, and suddenly it's like they actually feel like they've connected with you. They've stared into your eyes on your content for 5-10 hours. And so it's not that hard for them to actually like fall for you and, you know, find your likable trait, and they've watched you make jokes and they've watched you open up and everything. And so that makes it almost like easy mode. And I don't say that in a derogatory term to say like, you know, these women are easy, but rather that it's almost like they've been on 2 or 3 dates with you already, and they've heard you talk about like intellectual things. And so it's almost like they've been vetted, and they just then show themselves to you by, you know, liking your stuff on Instagram or sending you a message. And so it makes for the most intelligent way to attract women in the modern day is literally to become a content creator, to talk about intellectual things that are authentic to you. And naturally, you'll get some female viewers who will watch, pay attention, and then basically make themselves known to you. And I've got my students inside of Adonis School covered, so I made multiple programs which teach this business model step by step, how to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube, how to get 1,000, how to get 1 million subscribers, everything I could think of, I put into multiple different programs based on the level that you've gotten to, like how many subscribers you've gotten to, even if you're starting at 0, where anyone can come in, learn the skills needed to make some content, and then show their authentic self. What's the best part of this is you don't even need to have a personality like mine, because content is for everyone. You know this, right? Basically, everyone consumes content. Extroverts, introverts, anxious people, really confident people, traumatized people, healed, spiritual people, every kind of person, loud, angry, nice, kind, whatever. Every type of person watches content, and they want to watch someone who's kind of similar to them, which means that if you are even a really introverted, shy guy, it will still work for you, because you get to show your real self, and there will be people who watch. Like every kind of person goes viral on social media, because every kind of person watches those people as well. So I have guys inside of Adonis School who've gotten hundreds, thousands of subscribers, then they make it really attractive Instagram, they funnel those subscribers there, and they end up going on dates with girls who've been watching their content, and it almost makes them feel kind of like a celebrity. But if you just improved your looks and you built up this attractive business model and you made some money and you got some clout from that and you started going on dates, you would mess up like every other guy does, because the final thing that we needed to attract girls was the actual seduction tactics. This is what most guys miss out on. Most guys over time can have a girl sat in front of them on a date, right? But when they do, they end up fucking it up because they come across as like a friend, or they say something weird, and quite frankly, they just don't know how to speak and act in a way that literally turns her on. But it was like genuinely a skill that I really had a lot of interest in when I was like 19 years old, 20 years old, and I was going out to like nightclubs. I wanted to learn like why primal attraction occurs, where something will click into like a woman's mind and body, and she'll decide that she wants you to fuck her. Something primal clicks, and I was really interested. Like I just naturally found that so interesting. So I was reading all these studies and these books and these articles and blog posts and watching all these intellectual lectures. Then I tried it all for literally so many like experiments and I fucked up so many times you wouldn't know. I had so many times where I was on a date and I said something stupid and I had to learn from that. But over time I was able to refine like this protocol I had in my mind, and eventually I made that into the big program that we have inside of Adonis School, which gets such amazing results that I have full conviction that it will work for you. There's a screenshot I've got here from Ruben, one of my students, who said that the seduction tactics that I teach inside of Adonis School has worked for him, even though he was already like a confident social guy. Then we have Thielen, who used the seduction protocol even in a relationship with his girlfriend, and that even made their life better, and he's been so much more romantic and they've got more love and passion in his existing relationship. So this isn't just for if you're single. If you just want to have more romance in your life, this will work for you, even if you're single and you're struggling to get girls, or you've been going on some dates but you've not really been able to turn those girls on, or you've already got a girlfriend but you want to increase like the sexual polarity, like more of that sort of wild animal energy. I saw another student post that he got a date literally within 24 hours of joining the program. And one more student, Derek, used my cold approach tactics with a girl in the gym and ended up basically having an impromptu workout session with her. Probably got like a T-boost and hit some PRs, and just had like a fun moment learning these skills. So how can you get results like all of the screenshots I showed you today? There's two options. One of them is what sometimes I see like young kids say, which is that you don't really need to invest in yourself and you can just go and find like free information. And I'll be totally honest to you, that's what I did. I went and found free information online on like how to get girls. But you've probably watched those videos before and you've kind of noticed they're just shit. It's like you're watching all these little shitty YouTube videos and it just makes you overthink. And it's not really free because you're just spending more of your time. And then you just make more mistakes. And so when I was using like free information that I was finding online, I won't lie to you, like I had so many times where literally I went on dates and I fucked it up because I didn't know like the next thing to say to a girl. And again, I'll be totally honest. When I first started having sex when I was about 19 years old, I brought girls back who basically wanted to fuck me. I did the hard part of learning how to pull them in the nightclub or on Tinder. And I actually struggled so much with like the specific weird autistic steps of like escalating once you get a girl in your room. Like how do you even go about starting to kiss her again? How do you go about like taking the clothes off? Like how do you like initiate sex? Like how do you just randomly get to that point? What if she like randomly just says no, like she's not having sex with you, but it was kind of implied beforehand? It was these weird specific points that no one really spoke about online and that I went through, and it, basically shut me down because I was like, shit, like I hadn't learned what to do here. And there were so many times where I brought a girl back and I didn't even get to have sex with her because of shit like that, or because I was panicking, because my dick didn't even get hard. All of those problems I've personally went through and I've put inside of the seduction protocol inside of Adonis School. So the first option is you go and find like shitty free advice out there and you just go and have the same mistakes that I did. It's technically free, but you pay with more embarrassing experiences and it takes longer. Or the second option is that you join the best program out there, which is Adonis School, where you get everything you need to attract good girls in 2024 and you get personal mentorship from me. It's a 20+ hour program on seduction and sex. And if you're a good student, the kind of student who, like, for example, likes to take notes and really enjoys learning, then you'll love to join, and I think you'll really fit in with the community that we have. The program covers everything you need from the start, where first you improve your looks, money, status, and seduction skills. Then we get you to actually start attracting girls, get on dates, and know what to do from that point to escalate. And not only to just like sleep with this girl or to date her, but to actually form like a really good relationship where she keeps coming back to see you. That's like the core program inside of Adonis School, the seduction protocol. But then we honestly have a fuck ton of bonuses. I do 3 live calls inside of Adonis School a week minimum. That's where you get to unmute your mic and literally ask me directly for advice on your dating life, your Tinder profile, your business, and I will literally just tell you what to do to improve those things. We have a full-time YouTube coach who has 500,000 subscribers. His name is Jack Piggott. He's a self-improvement YouTuber like me, and he comes in and does YouTube coaching. So if you want to grow as a YouTuber, you go to his calls and you ask him for advice on how you can improve your channel and get more views. We have my brother Danish, who's our masculinity and marriage coach. He's been married for 3 years in a very Islamic traditional relationship, and he teaches a lot about having that dynamic of your relationship where you're really masculine and she's really feminine. We have a full-on doctor, like the testosterone doctor, Dr. Anthony J. He's the doctor who wrote the book Estrogeneration, which is the book I read, which taught me about estrogenics, and I spoke about them so much last year. Estrogenics are kind of like these toxic things in the environment that fuck up your hormones, increase your estrogen, make you feel like more of a bitch, and it decreases your testosterone. We literally have him as a coach inside of Adonis School. You get a full-on literal doctor that you could ask questions about testosterone with. We've had multiple students improve their testosterone, get full-on proof of blood work, and have over 1,000 nanograms of testosterone. That's like getting close to caveman level. When you increase your testosterone, you'll just do so much better with girls. You'll be so much hornier. You'll make more muscle. You'll feel more confident. You'll have better body language. We have another literal doctor as a coach inside of Adonis School. His name is Dr. Anthony Shafee, and he's our health and fitness coach. He talks a lot about the perfect diet for humans that will really improve your health and your mind so that you're just sharper and you can work so much better. We have a general support coach, Leon, who you can hop on his calls and just get like friendly advice from another guy, and you can tell him problems with, for example, family or friends, and you'll have a guy who's really, really good at listening and someone to bounce off ideas with. Along with that, we have 17 bonus programs, from business to getting more followers and views on YouTube, to setting up a more attractive Instagram profile, to building the aesthetic body, to making your first dollar online, to learning how to make friends with higher tier men. Basically all of the courses I had made previous before this that I used to sell for $500 or $1,000, like my YouTube course or my alpha male sex course, like how to fuck like a primal man. All of those that I sold for hundreds of dollars each are added as a bonus inside of Adonis School. Another bonus is the masculine community itself. So Adonis School is not just the program where you consume content, but it's the community section where guys will come in and write posts and ask for advice, or even give advice to each other, where you can come in and tell stories or ask for advice from the community. You can write posts and level up on the leaderboards, which we'll speak about in a second. And then another bonus is the Adonis map, which is our custom software where you can see the city that our members are in. And so you can literally come and join, put yourself on the Adonis map and find other guys who are in your country, in your city, to literally meet them in real life and maybe go hit like a workout with them. And that's so nice because anyone who's inside of Adonis School is going to be similar to you. They watch my videos, they go to the gym, they meditate, they've got an online business, they want to get girls, they don't want to be like your loser Jeffrey friends who are still masturbating. I made Adonis School a continuous subscription instead of just a one-time thing because I wanted you to stay in long term, to get constant support from me literally over months, years of your life, so that the trajectory of your future completely changes. You get constant support from me and the coaches and even the community. And I release new content and bonuses inside inside every month. We have an extra set of bonuses based on how long you've stayed inside of the community for, and also how high you've ranked up on the leaderboard. I'm rewarding our best students who stay inside the community for the longest and also level up and contribute inside. In your first month inside of Adonis School, you get the core program, the courses, the calls, and the community. In the second month, you get an extra bonus call with me every single month. You also get 3 pieces of exclusive content. I'll show you on screen right now the bonuses that you'll unlock based on how long you've stayed inside of Adonis School for. As you can see, the longer that you stay inside of Adonis School, the more bonuses that you'll unlock month on month. And then we also have a leaderboard inside of the platform where when you use the community post and you write posts or you comment on posts, you'll get likes from other students, and the more likes you get, the higher level you are in the leaderboard. And when you get to certain key levels, you'll unlock extra bonuses as well. So here's everything you get when you join Adonis School. Full access to Adonis School with the courses and the community. You'll get a free bonus, which is 3 live calls with me every week. You get another free bonus, which is coaching calls, getting advice from those experts like the doctors, the testosterone expert, the masculinity expert inside of Adonis School. Another free bonus is the private masculine community and the Adonis map, which will help you if you wanted to meet like-minded guys in real life. And the final bonus is that you'll unlock a bunch of extra calls and content based on how long you've stayed inside of Adonis School for and also what level you've gotten to the leaderboard. I've basically put my heart and soul and also hours every single week into Adonis School. The price that we launched Adonis School for was $500 and then a monthly fee on top of that. Today, when you join Adonis School, you're getting a $500 discount and it's just the monthly fee of $129 a month. You can cancel that subscription anytime without talking to anyone or sending a single email. It's literally just 2 clicks on the website. But obviously, I hope that you think Adonis School is so good that you think, wait, I'm not going to leave for a long time. The return on investment is clearly there, and I want the best students who are thinking, wait, that's actually a steal, to come and join us inside right now, because it will get you to your goal of attracting good girls and also just building up the rest of your life. Everyone's been joining Adonis School recently. At the time of recording this, we just hit 2,000 members. That's 2,000 students who are paying every single month to stay inside. When you have so many customers, 2,000 customers who are paying every single month, you know the program is fucking sick, because if it wasn't good, they'd all cancel. But there's a reason why guys join and then basically never want to leave. And not only that, Adonis School also just won a massive award where I flew out to Vegas to go meet Sam Ovens and Alex Hormozi, like these god tier entrepreneurs, because of how successful Adonis School has been. Scroll down in this video and go click on the top link in the description or the pinned comment and go join Adonis School right now. I genuinely think that you'll find it amazing to be in there, especially when you stay inside of Adonis School long term and you feel like a part of the community. Scroll down and go click on those links and join Adonis School right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!